He used some accelerant. He was filmed. He terrorized our community.
What was supposed to be a day of religious celebration has turned into a day of fear. A local mosque, the target of an arsonist. Tonight, the question, is it a hate crime? You're taking a look at the aftermath of the blaze from Chopper 5, the only local chopper bringing you breaking news first and fast. We have live team coverage, and we begin with Jay Kashmir live outside the Fort Pierce Islamic Center. Jay.
Michael, the crime scene still crawling with investigators at this hour as we're heading into nightfall right now. All of them combing every square inch of this piece of property here, trying to find the man responsible, the man who tried to burn this mosque down overnight. This is a crime scene that reverberates much more than just here in Fort Pierce. It's being carried across state and national lines right now simply because of what has happened here. This is not the first incident that has occurred here at the Islamic Center of Fort Pierce. This has been in the spotlight, the national spotlight before, and that's why so many media and so many investigators are descending upon this crime scene right now, and they will be here for the next several days, again, trying to find that arsonist, that person who tried to burn it down overnight. We want to begin our team coverage right now with John Shaman. John, take us through the investigation and what happened last night.
Well, Jay, right now the fire first was called in at about 12:30. There were 2 911 calls that came in, and as you mentioned, this story has gotten national and international attention, but it is also a local story. It has created a lot of unease in this neighborhood. I talked with one woman who was afraid that this might be coming.
See, the embers are blowing towards the top of the trees over here. That's what I worry about.
Jennifer Parsons watches as the Islamic Center of Fort Pierce burns in front of her eyes.
Come out the door and you just feel the heat from the fire because, like I said, it's close.
At daybreak, Chopper 5 providing the only visuals where you can see just how much damage was done.
It's sad. I mean, I'm still kind of in shock about it all.
The St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office says a white or Hispanic male approached the building with a bottle filled with some type of liquid and an accelerant. The timing of the arson has investigators looking into whether this was a hate crime.
Of course, with what is going on, of course, because this is a place of worship, and of course, because this incident occurred on the anniversary of 9/11, we are going to explore that, but we are not confident to say that that is the case at this time.
For Parsons, who's undergoing treatment for breast cancer, this fire hits close to home, not just geographically. Her doctor worships here.
Well, they've always told me, you need anything, let us know. If I needed food, I could walk across the street and say I have no food, and they would give me food. That's why I don't see how people can be so racist and so ignorant.
Parsons, since the mosque got added attention this summer after it was discovered that the shooter behind the Pulse Orlando nightclub event, Omar Mateen, worshipped here at some point. She was afraid at some point something like this could happen. And Jay, again, right now it's up to investigators to really piece together what will happen right now. The ATF is here as well as the FBI joining the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office.
John, a process that will take several days. Appreciate your coverage here tonight. John Shaman on the scene with us here tonight. As John indicated, that crime scene still very active as we speak, being labeled as an arson. But the Council on American Islamic Relations is taking this a step further. They held a press conference just a few hours ago where they pointed out exactly what they're looking at right now and their growing frustration. Here's what they had to say.
He terrorized our community.
On what was supposed to be a day filled with prayer and celebration, the mood turned into disgust.
An attack on any house of worship is an attack on all houses of worship. It's unacceptable.
The Council on American Islamic Relations held nothing back when describing what happened here. To them, this was more than arson. It was an apparent act of hate.
It doesn't matter what religion you practice. In America, all religions are welcome. People should be able to practice their religion freely without fear of violence.
These community leaders are calling on everyone to speak out and not remain silent. For the next hours, days, and weeks will be the biggest challenge to find the suspect and resume prayer inside their mosque. I lost IFB. You lost IFB? Amanda. So tonight, the Council on American Islamic Relations really saying that they will not tolerate any violence like this. They expect to get back in this mosque one day and pray, albeit it could take several weeks before that happens here tonight. It's hard to tell exactly where the mosque is burned when you look at it from this vantage point. The arsonist went in on the side and came in. And for our next round of coverage, we want to send it up to Ashley Hansen. She's live in Chopper 5 with the best aerial exclusive view of the extent of damage, both inside and out. Ashley.
Jay, you're seeing the damage from Chopper 5, the only local helicopter giving you a bird's eye view of the damage left behind after this attack. But as you mentioned earlier, this isn't the first time the mosque has been involved in controversy. If you remember, back in May of 2014, the first known American suicide bomber killed himself and several Syrian troops with a truck bomb. Well, he actually worshipped at this center in the past, and so did Omar Mateen, the gunman who killed 49 people and wounded 53 in the Pulse nightclub massacre in Orlando back on June 12th. Then on July 2nd, a member of the Islamic Center was attacked by a man yelling, "Go back to your country." That accused attacker was later arrested. And then that brings us to today, when the center was set on fire. Right now, the community just trying to grasp what happened and how they can move forward. Jay, back to you.